Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Donald John Trump's October 13th, which is Tuesday. So I'm using the Borderless Waite and the maybe Lenormand. Okay, so decks are all shuffled. This first card is for his physical body, his challenges, emotional body, which is the lymphatic system, connective tissues, mucous membranes, mental body, which is, of course, his nervous system and coordination, his spiritual state, karma, his future, and his outcome. All right, so let's do the same thing with this little deck. So we have the physical body, challenges, emotional body, mental body, spiritual state, future, and the outcome. Okay. So, physical body. Well, maybe some things are finally getting balanced out. That's interesting because for his reading for yesterday, things were very, fluid retentive. So with the Justice card, on a health level, of course it has to do with the need for balance. But it's also, it can be imbalances, and it can have to do with, because it's ruled by Venus and, in Libra, we're in that area of the kidneys, lower back and kidneys, and sugar imbalances. Yeah, so I guess we'll just leave it there and see what else we get. The challenge is the Fool reversed. So that has to do with, of course, being very reckless in the past, and we've been witnessing that. We certainly have. There's been an incredible amount of recklessness in the way he's been moving through life since, he's been on his, roid rage. Yeah, so this can be a bit of an out-of-body experience. Where you're not totally grounded or not grounded at all, which is his case. That's how he rolls. Okay, so his emotional body with the Seven of Swords reversed, there's something that he's not tolerating physically, something he's not, it can be more challenging to the mental body, but then the emotional and the mental, and the ego, it's all tied together. You can't really separate the two. I'm just trying to do this here for, I'm looking at focusing in on the different bodies, but they really aren't separate. Medical science tries to separate everything off into different systems, but I don't believe any of it's separate. So his emotional body, this is that place with the Seven of Swords reversed. This is that place where he's been trying to get away with something, and it hasn't been working, but maybe there's something that has broken free. What's really happened here? I have to watch. Let's see. Okay. With his mental body, with the Ten of Cups reversed, he's not, things aren't coming to him the way he wants. It's usually the divorce card. It's definitely you're not in alignment with your relationships. You're not seeing eye to eye. There's, your values are skewed in the wrong direction. And of course, that would affect his nervous system because he's very dependent on relationship. All his life, he's been all about external validation. Like, the poor little kid he's the adult that never did the work, but you can just imagine this 9-month-old baby whose mother was taken away to the hospital and for a long time, and she was never the same since, and his entire childhood was very, very lacking, to say the least. So in his psyche, what he would have to have done, which a psyche would be the combination of both of these cards, in order to try and get his real needs met, he would put himself in a place of like, okay, what do I do? Like, who do I need to be in order to? And I say that with this anticipation of like, oh my God, what do I do? But it comes down to like, what do I do? Who do I need to be in order to have any type of love and approval? Well, there's no way he got any of the love. I mean, he did. Of course, he got the approval later on because he just focused on money, and that's what his dad wanted. So that's what he had to do to get the approval, was focus on money. Well, in his old age, it's not working. His entire life has been trying to tell him that wasn't the right direction to go, which is why, you have 6 bankruptcies and you don't handle money well. So with his spiritual state, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So his karmic spiritual state is that he's this could also be, the women in his life. There's a moodiness here. This is, deep, deep emotional insecurities and dependencies and codependencies. So that's what's going on there. So these are all relationship oriented as well. Being reckless in relationship, not getting his real needs met, and then of course, when the real needs aren't met, then you turn to substitute needs, which has been, the money and the power and the need for control, and then all the addictions, because he hasn't been willing to face himself. His future, with the Page of Wands straight up, well, he's gonna try to, he's gonna keep talking, and he's gonna try to get people to listen to him. It's all about, putting yourself out there. There can be some new discovery. If he hasn't made it to this day and he's crossed over, then this is like the card of having a free spirit, if that's what's happened. But, I can't say that I don't know, because I'm always reading these. I'm doing these readings 2 days ahead because you guys want them a day early, right? And I have to allow an extra day because in case my internet goes down because of where I live. That's just the way it is. His outcome for this day on Tuesday, October 13th, is with the 3 of Pentacles reversed. It's a lack of collaboration. And I think that because this is a health reading, there's a lack of the body systems working together the way they should. So that's not good at all. On a health level, we're in that realm of infections and illnesses, rashes, hardening of the arteries, colds and flu, so that's the coronavirus still. So maybe a rash is finally broken through. Okay, let's use the Lenormand cards I drew and see what we get. So there's some impulsiveness with the Cupid card. There's some type of impulsiveness. With the Justice card, this is the law of cause and effect. It's law, it's spiritual law, cause and effect. So, this imbalance that he has is because of his recklessness and his impulsiveness. So there's that. The challenge to his getting things more balanced in his body is there's a huge obstacle. And again, this is the card of colds and flus and being stuck. Stuck and stagnant because of his recklessness. His emotional body with the ship, well, that has to do with, fluids again. But it's also a very, within the Lenormand, it's a spirit card. So again, I got this, I had this reading for yesterday where it felt like his spirit was really, really calling him back. So there's that connection again. Now with his mental body, oh my goodness. With the Lion card, he's still stuck in his pride. He's still out there just with a bunch of hot air, just roaring, whether he's crossed over or he's still on Earth, he's going out with a roar, or he's still here just blathering on. With his spiritual state, oh lordy. In the Lenormand, that's the death card. At the very least, it's an ending. So his spirit is closing down on him, and he's ready to take him out. It's like you're done. This is done. I keep saying that his spirit will protect his soul, or the spirit will protect itself by taking out the soul, and the soul is the body. So there's something that he's just not. This is a karmic ending. Well, how do you end a karmic issue? You're just done on Earth. Yikes, I don't normally predict things like that, but this is not, that's not good. Okay, and then with the future, I had this card for him for yesterday in the same position. So something about the safety of his spirit. Because I'm not reading this as money. Because we're talking his physical body. Unless it's that one of those situations where he's just trying to throw a whole bunch of money. Unless maybe this is just the grave illness. He's still here. If he's still here and this is the grave illness, he's been trying to just throw a lot of money at the problem. Well, it's a deep, dark, it's deep down spiritual issue. It's not something you can just throw a lot of money at. And then for the outcome, well, something is hidden with the book card here. That's something hidden. Some kind of like a secret. So let me draw a couple more cards on that and see what that's about. Okay. What is hidden? What is hidden? Or is it just speaking to spiritual law? Because we have spiritual law here. And these two cards are, these four cards down here are the most important. Okay, so what is hidden? His lack of authority. He's back at the Walter Reed Medical Center. Yeah, getting the care that he needs. Because something has turned toxic in his body. Or some poisonous substance. But I would think, I would tend to believe that this is the spinal column too. And this is like lower back and spine. More lower back, but still. But it could be a kidney malfunction because his kidneys can't process through any more of the drugs. Because, we know that he's been Whether or not you guys believe he was ever a drinker, I believe he drinks once in a while. You know, when he can't get the pills quick enough in him, or maybe he does both. But we all know that he's been a drug addict all his life. You know, so you use the cocaine and the Adderall, and then you use barbiturates to bring you down at night so you can sleep. Well, that takes a tremendous toll on the kidneys and the liver. But the liver is stronger than the kidneys usually. And with him, you know, based on the amount of fear that he runs through his body every day and the victim consciousness, I would tend to think that his kidneys don't function as well. Wow. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to leave this part here because I don't know what else to say about that. And I'm going to draw a couple of these cards for us. The Spirit Animal Oracle. What do we most need to know? It's this one and this one right here. For some reason, only two. Oh, okay. We need to be in peace. Just be in peace. And to let the mystery of life take care of things. You know, honestly, if we knew everything that was going to happen, we'd be really bored. That's just the way it is. That's the way life is. I mean, it's, you know, we need the mystery. Mystery is good. So, yeah, a peaceful mystery. Be at peace within the mystery. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Take care.